So here we go. This is event number 5, second event of the Day 2 Shaw Classic. And we've got Maxime Boudreau on board right now. That's 242 pounds, 110 kilos in the dumbbell clean and press. Magnus, this is grueling. It happens quick, but it's grueling.
It's a hard event. It's a big weight, but it's also a hard event. On your breathing as well. So and also we're up in the mountains. You know, the air is thinner.
Yep.
So these guys will be gasping for air in the end.
So it's a 75-second time limit, as many reps as you can get up. But as you can see, once they're spent, it's tough. Yeah, and Maxine is done. All right, the next heat here at event number 5, the dumbbell clean and press for repetitions. On the left, it'll be Luke Stoltman of Scotland. He'll be taking on American Kevin Ferris. Now, Magnus, technically they're not competing against each other. They're competing about how many reps they can get up, but it's good to have someone next to you to kind of pace you.
It always helps to have somebody besides you, you know. But basically they're there. You know, they want to get as many as they can. And every time you lift this up to your shoulder, you want to make sure you get a good rep.
Right.
Because every time you pick it up and take it to the shoulder and you fail, you're running out of energy.
So both of them at 2 right now. That's the same amount that Maxime Boudreau have. 75 seconds is the total. Kevin Ferris working a little quicker. He's having no problem with the clean. This is what's brutal. Trying to press with one hand 242 pounds.
This is a big weight to do reps with. And you get, Luke is a really good presser, as we saw on the log lift. And, but when you get to the dumbbell, it's a total different story. Even you gotta have such a good balance as well.
Oh, and Kevin, that one got kind of bit back on him as it went backwards.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll put it to an end.
I think also the thin air is playing a part here. They're running out of gas so quickly.
So final results in that pairing, Luke Stoltman 2, Kevin Ferris also 2. So 3-way tie right now. Max Boudreau, Luke Stoltman, and Kevin Ferris each getting 2. But I tell you, if you're watching this from the side, I don't know if you want any part of that, because that's that 242 pounds, especially after the second press. It just takes everything out of that shoulder, huh?
It is so hard. Now, but the pairing we have coming up now is actually interesting.
Yeah.
We got Novikov and Brian Shaw. 2 years ago at World's Strongest Man, in the heat, they went head-to-head in the dumbbell, and Brian beat him by 1 rep. So I know both of these guys are good with the dumbbell.
Yep.
So this is going to be interesting.
So it'll be Brian Shaw on the right, who is currently sitting in 3rd place overall. Remember, 1st place overall has now changed hands and has gone to Jerry Pritchett with 31.5. J.F. Caron sits in 2nd with 28.5, and then Brian Shaw in 3rd with 28.
Basically here in the dumbbell, Brian needs all the points he can get for the overall score. So the best possible outcome for him would be a win in the dumbbell press.
So an update on the overall, update on the overall, 31.5 to Jerry Pritchett. He is the leader, and a tie for 2nd, 28.5 points for both Brian Shaw and J.F. Caron. So here we go. 242 pounds in hand. Has to have a clean lockout with both the knees and the arm. Alexi jumping out
really
quick
going
too.
fast there.
Both men at 3. Alexi at 4. Brian's at... And Alexi's got a 1-rep lead on Brian right now.
these guys are both doing phenomenal.
Alexi's got a 1-rep
Novikov
lead.
is still going. He went so fast in the beginning. Wow.
Good head-to-head showing. Novikov and Brian Shaw put on an absolute clinic in that one. And that's important because they are right next to each other in the standings. Yeah. Brian Shaw is currently tied for second, and in third place, it's Alexei Novikov. So this will be a good battle between those two men.
Yeah, Novikov with 8 reps and Brian with 7. Now that's giving the rest of the guys that are coming something to try to catch.
All right, we're moving on to the next matchup. And in this one, it'll be Trey Mitchell, the American, on the left, and Adam Bishop from England on the right.
Trey's already got 1.
Adam Bishop taking his time, being very deliberate. No lift there for Trey Mitchell on that one.
1, so.
So they're both holding it 2 now.
Looking at this, just, shows you how well Brian and Novikov did with the dumbbell.
Adam Bishop now at 3. $75-second time limit. And this is some serious elevation. You see a lot of the athletes that are taking some oxygen on in between reps.
Well, they
We're
need
more
it.
than 7,000 feet above sea level.
They're really breathing hard.
So time comes to a conclusion there. Adam Bishop gets 3, and Trey Mitchell checks in with 2. And this next heat's going to be really interesting because it's the last 2 guys that went in our other event, the Hummer Tire Deadlift, and they were going on, again, setting a new world record, over 1,200 pounds. Jerry Pritchett and J.F. Caron. Now it's going to see what do they have left. Different set of muscles, but it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the fatigue.
Well, they've spent some energy on the deadlift.
Yep.
Because, when you're in an event for a longer time than some of the others. But these guys are just so strong.
Yeah.
Now we saw Jerry pressing the log, and he was pretty much like manhandling it.
Yeah.
So I wonder how he's going to do with the dumbbell, because, like I said, dumbbell usually requires more technique.
And Magnus, this will be huge for the overall, because right now the man in lead is Jerry Pritchett on the left with J.F. Caron right behind
Jerry
him.
needs a good score here, and so does J.F.
Because Brian Shaw is sitting in a good position right now in 2nd overall. And Jerry looks like he is just not feeling it right now. 242 pounds in hand. J.F. Caron already has 2 reps.
Jerry's just not.
It's just not there. Not there in his shoulders. And it makes you wonder how much he spent on that deadlift. JF's going to try to get number 3 up. This would be huge if he can do this. Give it to him. So right now he's tied with Adam Bishop. And it looks like Alexei Novikov's going to win this and walk away with the 10 points. But Brian Shaw in 2nd place, taking 9 points. That's going to put him back into 1st place.
Probably it will. That's really important points for him.
Yep. And this is a big one for JF. If he can get this rep up, this would be big points. Watch how he gets off the ground. There you go.
Yeah, he's happy with that.
So a disappointing performance for Jerry Pritchett after spending so much energy in the log lift. And 4 reps for JF Caron, none for Jerry Pritchett. So a big win for Alexei Novikov. He puts up 8 repetitions, 1 more than Brian Shaw. But for Brian Shaw, the 9 points, that's going to catapult him back up into first place.
Alexei Novikov, fantastic effort on a dumbbell. How do you feel?
I'm really so tired because we a lot of high level about C and very hard to work for intensive, and it's really hard because for 75 seconds I did 8 reps and attempt for 9s, but unfortunately I didn't do this, and I'm really happy for win this event. It's give me a lot of points, and I up to total. Yes.
Well, congratulations, fantastic job.
So the overall standings after 5 events at the Shaw Classic look like this. Brian Shaw has moved back into first place, 37.5 points. Behind him, JF Caron in second, and Alexei Novikov in third with 33 points. Then it's Jerry Pritchett checking in at 31.5, 27 points to Adam Bishop, Trey Mitchell with 26.5, and then a tie between Max Boudreau and Luke Stoltman with 24.5 points. Kevin Ferris sitting on 24 points with the all-important final event, the Atlas Stones, coming up.